Hello everybody, it's Karen McLaughlin here, certified personal trainer in Hamilton, Ontario, here with you for my usual Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Facebook Live broadcast. And today I'm going to be talking about the benefits of HIIT, or high intensity interval training. Before I do that, I just want to mention there are some guys in my neighbor's yard next door, taking down a tree, and I thought they were just about done, but all of a sudden they've been like chainsawing like crazy. So if you can hear a really annoying chainsaw-like sound, I apologize. Hopefully there won't be too much of that. Okay, so I guess without further ado, I want to dive right into today's topic because I want to keep this fairly short and sweet for those of you who don't have a lot of time to watch these. And so if you're feeling pressed for time, this is maybe one you should watch, because this is a type of workout that you can do in a short period of time and still get some really solid benefits. Okay, so what is high intensity interval training? For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it is a form of workout where you do short, really intense bursts of exercise followed by a little rest and then another burst of exercise, and you keep doing that in cycles for usually about 15 or 20 minutes. So it's a very relative to a steady state type of cardio workout, or say a full body strength training workout. It's a very short type of workout, so it's great for those busy days. So before I dive into the benefits, I just want to talk a bit about who should and should not do high intensity interval training, because it's not for everybody. So who is it for, or who would I recommend to give it a try? Anyone who has been exercising consistently at least a moderate level of intensity for at least 6 months. I would say it's fair game for you to give it a try. This is not a form of activity for somebody who's brand new to exercise or working out or being more physically active. So if you've been very sedentary and you're just starting to move more, or if you haven't even started to move more, this is not for you yet, okay? So it's really not for the brand new exerciser. You need to have built up a little bit of a base of exercise, like I said, moderate level of intensity for at least 6 months before you want to give this a shot. Okay? And so sort of the caveat that goes along with that, anyone who has not been cleared for a higher level of intensity, so if your doctor's told you you can only exercise at a low to moderate intensity level, then again, this would not be for you. Okay? So for those of you who have said, okay, this sounds like it could be for me, that's what those are the people I'm directing the rest of this broadcast to. So if you are willing and able to give high intensity interval training a shot, why would you want to do this? I already mentioned the first benefit, which is it's a very efficient workout, similar to stair climbing that I talked about last week. High intensity interval training, you can get significant benefits from working out for a short period of time. So usually these workouts only last about 15 to 20 minutes because they're quite intense. So it's hard to go longer than that. That intensity isn't in the title just for the heck of it. That's a real part of this type of workout. And so what it usually looks like is the way I would typically run a HIIT with a class or with a client is we do 45 seconds of an intense exercise and then rest for 15 seconds, and then just keep alternating back and forth like that for 15 to 20 minutes. Generally the way I run my HIITs is there's many different ways you can do it. So you could do this type of workout using like a piece of cardio equipment like a bike or a rowing machine, or running up and down stairs to get the intensity. But the way I like to do it is using either body weight or dumbbell or resistance band type of moves. So you're working muscular as well as cardio endurance. So it's not like when you're doing just a straight weightlifting workout where you're trying to lift something fairly heavy when you're just lifting weights. So generally we say to people, if you can do more than 8 to 12 reps, then you're lifting too light and you need to go to a heavier weight, and you want to be able to lift do at least 8 repetitions but no more than 12. When you're doing high intensity interval training, because you're going for 45 seconds, you're going to be doing, for most exercises, 15, and you're working as hard as you can, so you're going a bit quicker. You're going to be doing usually 15 to 20 repetitions each cycle, and we're doing 3 or 4 cycles. So that's 3 or 4 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions of each exercise, which is a fair amount. So in this case, we're going with lighter weights than we would be in a typical strength training type of workout. So you're building, in this case, more muscular endurance rather than flat out muscular strength. And it's important to have both. It's nice to have strong muscles, but if those muscles don't have any endurance, they could be strong, but for a very short period of time. So you need to have both strength and endurance. So with the high intensity interval training, you're building muscular endurance, so you can go for longer. And you're also improving your cardiovascular health, because these workouts are very intense. They're going to test your cardiovascular capacity and hopefully improve it. So you're getting kind of both of those aspects within the same workout, which is nice. So another way that they're efficient is because you're building both at the same time. A third possible benefit of high intensity interval training, and this one has gotten kind of controversial because it seems that the latest research is not backing up earlier data. Isn't that just the way of the world right now? So this may be a benefit, but we're not sure if the latest data supports it. For a long time, people were saying that high intensity interval training had a much higher fat burning window post workout. So in other words, after you did the workout, I read some data that said you would have increased fat burning for up to 38 hours after a HIIT workout. That's over a day, so that sounds pretty good. And that's compared to, what your resting metabolism would be. And that would be as compared to doing steady state cardio, so just your typical jogging or running on the treadmill or stationary bike kind of thing, where you're going at the same pace for 20 or 30 minutes or more. And I believe that steady state cardio is supposed to have increased fat burning for I think it's about a couple hours, so a much shorter window. Now, as I said, the latest research is maybe starting to say, oh, there goes the chainsaw. Sorry if you can hear that. The latest research is suggesting that maybe that afterburn window is not so long for high intensity interval training. But it does seem like it does, for the amount of exercise you're doing, 15 to 20 minutes, you're certainly getting a good window of fat burning post exercise, whether it's as amazing as was previously suggested. 38 hours sounds pretty incredible. So it might not be that long after all, but you're going to get a boost in your fat metabolism after doing this workout, whether it may be shorter than was previously suggested. But any boost in your fat metabolism is pretty good for most of us, so we'll take it. And the fourth thing, and one of my favorite things about high intensity interval training is it's not boring. A lot of people, understandably, have trouble sticking with a steady state cardio kind of workout because it can get really boring, like just pedaling away or walking on the treadmill or whatever it is that you're doing for just a typical quote unquote cardio workout. It really is not that exciting, and it's hard to stay focused, and it's hard to actually keep yourself going at an intensity that's really that beneficial, even if you're just going for a moderate intensity. Just because it's so boring, you kind of lose your focus and you kind of just end up drifting off and fading into a lower intensity type of workout. So the thing I love about HIIT is every minute you're doing a new exercise. So it clips along really quickly, and so you really have to stay mentally focused as well as physically, because you're working hard, but you also got to remember, okay, you know, the timer's gone off now, I gotta rest for 15 seconds, and now what am I doing next? You know, so it moves along very quickly. You don't have a lot of time to get distracted because you're constantly changing exercises, and then when you're doing the exercise, you're going as hard as you can. So definitely not boring. Can be a little intense, but it's over quickly. So those are the 4 main benefits, I would say, of high intensity interval training. And another good thing, again similar to the stair climbing, is if you want or need to, you can totally keep these workouts low impact. So putting less stress on the joints while still working very intensely. So that's another nice benefit. And certainly you can do high impact HIIT workouts, and there's, you know, if you want to see that, you just Google that, and there's plenty of that out there. But for those of us, you know, in the post 40 age bracket who are looking for things that are a little more friendly to the joints and less impact, you can totally do a fantastic HIIT workout, keeping it low impact. And so that's basically what I wanted to share with you today, and I just wanted to remind you that if you did want to do HIIT workouts in a group and you're new to this but you want to give it a shot, I am doing a group class for those of you who are local here in West Hamilton at the Churchill Park Clubhouse on Wednesday afternoons from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. And small group. There's still plenty of space for anybody who wants to join me, but I'm definitely not letting more than 12 people into the class because I want to keep it nice and small and very safe environment where everybody feels comfortable, even if you've never done group exercise before. So please, if you'd like more information about that, I will post the event page for the Facebook event below the video when I'm done here in a minute, but if you have questions, please feel free to email me at yourfitnessgroove@gmail.com or private message me here on Facebook. However you want to communicate is cool with me. And that is all I have to say this afternoon because the chainsaw is back at it again. I apologize again if you can hear that. It is pretty annoying. So I hope that if you haven't tried HIIT workouts and you have been exercising long enough that that is an option, that maybe you will give it a try. If you have any other questions about it or anything fitness related, please just drop me a line. I'm always happy to hear from you guys and answer questions. Okay, that's it for today. I can't talk anymore. That is it for today. And until next week, stay healthy, keep moving, and I'll see you back here next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now.